Imagine a man who wept because conquering 2 million square miles was not enough for him. The glory hunter, Alexander the Great, cared only for one thing: conquering the world. He led his army into battle without fear, as if he were immortal for 10 years, his men growing tired and longing to return home to enjoy the luxuries they had won. But their king cared for no riches. He didn't even care much for ruling, only conquering. All was going well for him until he encountered a formidable opponent in India, Porus, in his most challenging battle. Wounded and facing a fresh and formidable Indian army across the river, Alexander's men begged him to call it a day, but he pressed on until he was forced to retreat. This marked the beginning of his downfall. Infamous for his drinking habit, he fell seriously ill one night, and his opportunistic generals gathered, asking who his vast empire should belong to after his death. His response, to the strongest, triggered a war among his generals that lasted nearly 50 years, shattering the Macedonian Empire before it had truly begun. Modern-day scientists believe Alexander suffered from a neurological disorder that left him in a coma before he was buried alive, with Greek historians noting his body didn't decompose for 6 days after his death, seemingly confirming his godlike status. Next is the fanboy of Alexander, Gaius Julius Caesar, who burst into tears while reading about his idol's exploits. Like Alexander, Caesar was self-obsessed and narcissistic, declaring himself dictator perpetuo, undermining the Roman Republic and sowing fear among senators who feared he sought to establish a monarchy. Their fears were realized when a group of senators assassinated Caesar in the Senate, stabbing him 23 times, with even his adopted son and trusted ally, Marcus Brutus, among the assailants. Enter Genghis Khan, the beast of the East, who conquered twice as much land as Alexander and boasted openly about his tyranny. His death, unlike the others, remains shrouded in mystery, attributed to various causes such as the bubonic plague, assassination, or castration by a princess of the Western Shia Empire. His followers slaughtered anyone who witnessed his funeral procession to keep his death a secret, underscoring the importance of his ongoing conquests. Fast forward to Napoleon Bonaparte, perhaps the greatest conqueror to live, who saw the battlefield as his canvas, crafting victories throughout Europe and the Mediterranean. However, his ambitions grew larger than life, and he was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo, living out his days in isolation and denial before his death in 1821. Despite their differing circumstances, the four conquerors shared a common trait: an insatiable desire for more.